Hello, my wonderful people. It's me, your humble friend, Hubert Anayo Anyoke. I'm here with word of peace and hope to our able young youth all over the world. This channel is channel that establish in one thing: unity, peace, love, and strength. This channel is channel that preach positives, not negative. We're here to bring hope and strength and power to our young youth that are created to lead and to move the world forward. That is why this channel is created. So before we go on, I thank everyone that has been listening to us, everyone that has been sharing our programs, everyone that has been liking our programs, everyone that has been subscribing to us, to this channel. I thank you all. And even those that will hear us later and will subscribe and will join us, I thank you people in advance. So my wonderful friends all over the world, I thank you all for giving us a few times to hear us out. Because information started by hearing. When you do not give ear to voice, you will not hear anything. But I want you to understand that voices are in two ways: negative and positive voice. But the issue is that which voice are you hearing? But the voice you are going to hear right now is the right voice. Voice that bring unity. Voice that add strength to those that have been wounded. Voice that bring courage to those that have already says that things cannot go well. Your message is today: you are not dying. You are strong. You are able. Your life is in your hands. Please, wherever you are hearing me from, wake up. Don't sleep where is in the daytime. Don't sleep going to fight. Don't sleep going to act. Don't sleep going to do something meaningful in your life. And when somebody is sleeping, it's just like that person neglect what he's supposed to do. That is why we're here to ginger our youth, to support our youth, to let our youth stand in that one thing that God gives to us. What is that? Power. What are we talking about? Life is all about choice. Choice you make determines the area you go, determines the side you belong to. I said in my last program that life depends on how you choose it. That our problems mostly lies in our hands, not in anybody's hands. And that is why I'm here to explain it very, very well, that we are the responsible for whatever that happens in our life, negative or positive. My dear listener, please hear me very, very well. And I want to clear myself well so that you that are listening to me will look down into what I'm saying and we all will wake up. When we start complaining, it will make us to be biased. It will make us to be weak and we cannot stand anymore. But when we know that, I am one of the causes of my problem, what will I do? I ask myself, which area do I go wrong? Then what will happen now? There will be a solution. And that solution is what I want us to treat. But first, I want us first to understand that whatever that happens in our life, we are part of it. Then when all of us understand this now, then the next topic is that how to solve that problem, how to move forward, how to move our community forward, how to move our family forward, how to move our country forward. When we understand that all have sinned and come short of glory, then what happened? All we join our hands together and build ourselves, and build our nation, and build our family, and build our church, and build our families. That is where I stand. And one thing I want everyone that are listening to me to understand, that anyone that is of peace doesn't create problems. It doesn't establish problem. Rather, you do what? You solve problem. You bring solution to a problem. So whenever somebody is here shouting, complaining, that person is not doing good to society. Is causing a lot of harm and damages to the heart of our youth, which is not acceptable. And that is why this channel is established, for us to stop that wrong message. Let us learn how to show positive things to the whole world. People know that people can survive without doing evil, that people can make it without violence, and that's where we stand. I don't care to know the area you find yourself. I am once a wounded one. So I did not lie or complain on any word. What do? I sit down and ask myself a question. And that is what I want you to share with me, so that many people will rise up from where they are falling. I went somewhere, the sticker I saw in that door is, when you fall, don't rely on that ground. Wake up is the word of encouragement. So some people fear to do some certain thing because of failure. That is the worst thing in life. Act. If there's any error, you correct yourself. Now, let me not deviate from what my message is all about. My message is all about how we are responsible for whatever that comes in our way, negatively or positively. Let me start for this word, because word of God is the light to every human life. And we must understand that God created everybody in his image and likeness, which means we are God's, which means we have intelligence, we have common sense, which means we are all kings and queens. So that kings help to create, help to establish, help to give an order. So if you understand that you are a king, then why then are you complaining that somebody is a problem? Whereas you don't that give order to your life, say, Anayo, I must move forward, and you must move forward. And whatever you think in your heart is how your life goes. Whenever you always complain that somebody is under control, you are being controlled. Then let us see the principle of our problem. God is the one that created this world, and he gives us a manual. He gives us the instruction, what to do for our life to be sweet and be good, for us to live in this planet Earth. God knows there's a bad people and there's a good people. That is why he tells us that see what we must do for us to defeat these challenges. There must be a challenge in life, whether you like it or not. It's a must. And for you to know that it's a must, what do? You listen to your Creator. What does he say? I will take us to the book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. And I want us to understand first and foremost, life is a choice. The choice you made determines the area you will go. So now, follow me very, very well. You will understand clearly where I place my point. The creator of this earth says, if thou shalt come to pass, if thou diligently hearken unto the voice of your God thy Lord, these things shall happen unto you. Please, my dear family, my dear wounded people, this is the word of our Creator. Thou shalt come to pass. It's not that. It's not if. He said, if you hear this thing, then this thing will come to pass. Then now, do you see the area I stand that life is a choice? If you can hear the Creator that initiated this world, the manual he gives to us, that for you to survive in this world positively, these things shall come to pass if you hear this instruction and put into practice. Then you will not be a director of yourself. Your life will be smooth. I will not go further, but I want us to see the key of my message. That it shall come to pass. If, not must. So which one can decide to make money and waste that money. One can decide to born and kill children in any way you think about that. So now, let us understand this now. If we hear the voice of our Creator and stand in that instruction He gives to us, our life will be all that awesome. Can He put out to people that establish something like a televisions, create something? They will write a manual for electricity, for anything, motor and other things. Before you drive a car, there's a manual. Before you operate any new things, there's a manual. And when you do not read the manual very well, that thing will not last long. The same thing to our life in this earth. Our Creator give us a manual which stated in Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. I want everyone that listen to me to read this verse very well, not like a novel, but read it like you buy a new television, you buy a new motor, you buy a new electronics in your house. Read it very well. Don't be in a haste. Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. If you have time, read till 13. You find out that the choice we made positively is how our life become positively. My dear listeners, I will emphasize only on positive side. By my next program, I will drive us to negative choice. Then when we gather this thing together, now we can now sit down and start to solve our problems one after the other as a wounded family, because all have been wounded in different areas of life. But what lack in our side is that we not even understand that we're even part of our problems. By not even acknowledge God as our Creator, by neglecting His word that was stated at Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. And when all of us understand this thing now we can choose to be a good leader. We can choose to be a good father, a good mother, a good son, a good worker, a good listener. We can choose to be a good in-law. You can choose to be a good director that can direct people in the right way. Many of us, like people like us, one of the wounded family, we did not beg or force ourselves to the family we find ourselves, or the country we find ourselves, or the society we find ourselves, is how God created us. Then what do we do when we find ourselves in some kind of tight corner? We all look unto God and ask ourselves, what a way out? What is a way out? Unity. We need to unite together in one faith, in one accord to achieve our aim. And when one means Christ, it means a lot. No matter what you do in this life, no power defeats power of God. No person that neglect God that move much higher. In any way you can think about it. Whenever you are doing something that you did not know, automatically that must be a failure. What do you hear? The message you hear, how do you utilize that message? Do you always keep on to negative voices, negative information? Do you keep on hearing positive information? Then the information you hear, how do you put into work? That's another thing. Action, how we act in our various lives. But that one will be another series of information that I will pass to our young youth. First and foremost, about information, about directions, about choice. Many of us engage ourselves in business we don't know anything about. We do not know how come about the business. We don't have any experience about that business. What will happen to us, we will go there. Many of us embark on journey that we don't know about that journey. What will happen in that journey? We don't even have any background, because we heard that someone else came back from abroad, came back from social place, and he came with a lot of money. We just plan to travel without having information. That is one of the things that I will say that we are the cause of our problem. Many of us engage in relationships that have no meaning. We don't even know what about. Many of us choose to copy something that have no meaning. Many of us engage ourselves in A meeting that will not even ask ourselves, what is the motive of this meeting? What is the benefit of this meeting? What is the benefit of... So, my wounded family, please, we have a lot of things to teach our youth. But first and foremost, we must understand that the choice is what contributed to our lives. And when we understand that the choice we made controls our life, positively or negatively. What am I saying? When you engage yourself every time hearing false information, what does it do? It wounds your soul and your mind. It drives you to wrong side. But whenever you filter what you hear, because you are the one that is directing yourself, not somebody, nobody. And that is why I stand in my point, excuse me, to educate our youth, able youth, that this channel is a channel you must like, you must subscribe to. That I will be bringing us current message that will make us to be ourselves, to stand in our own strength and power. Because God has given us the brain, the wisdom, the intelligence for us to control ourselves, for us to filter whatever we hear, for us to check whatever information that has been passed through us. This channel, for our information, can never mention somebody's name negatively, no matter what. It's not for this channel, because we are not to create problems. We are to solve problems. Whenever you are calling people names, using them in a bad area, you are creating more problems. But this channel stands to promote good things. This channel can only mention your name or your business or whatever you're doing for good, for people to copy and for people to learn and emulate. That is why this channel again will stand for us to be notified. In the history at the old, there's our great teacher, our great prophet, a great priest. He have been preaching, he have been teaching, but nobody hears him. Do you know why? Because nobody recognizes him. Nobody knows where he comes from. No one knows where, even the direction he's going. But it's only one man that recognizes him. Is Abraham. Who am I talking about? Melchizedek. That is why in this life, whenever you are doing something, people must like to know who is your parent, who is your family, where do you come from. From there, they have to trace to know what you are doing. Is it right or you are deceiving people? And there must be someone that knows you, that will tell people, yes, this man is the reality. That is why I established this channel with my real name and my information. So that whatever I'm passing through you, there's people that knows me very well, they will know that what I'm saying is not to deceive the world, but to add hope for those that are wounded like me. That is why I'm here. Experience is the best teacher. Now, let me explain to us some of all that don't know who is speaking. My name is Hubert Anayanoke. I live in Spain, Madrid. I'm from Nigeria. I'm also from Enugu State. I'm from Ut local government area in Amokwe town. I'm from Umuology, Amokwe. So, that is where I come from. So, some of my friends will know me as I explain myself. Then you know that what I'm saying is not to destroy people, but to let our youth not to copy from bad family people, from bad people that think that they can destroy somebody because they have good talent, they have good food. This message is to correct whosoever that have been engaged itself in oppressing the poor, in destroying souls because they want to make money, they want to be rich, they want to be firm. That is why this channel stands for, to destroy all those things. My listener, if you want to make it in life, start at this ground. Be truthful to yourself. And let what you are telling people be the reality. You will have people. It might take time, but who believe you will believe without going back. But when they find out that you are lying, you are destroying others for you to be firm, later it will bounce back. we are on a solid rock. First thing, fear God. Don't lie to people. Don't deceive people. Don't bring false story. Don't bring people down because you want to make it. Don't deceive anyone. By doing so, God will be with you. So I urge everyone to copy good thing. God will bless all of us. I would like to stop here. I will come back next time to elaborate on this part B of our problem in our hands, being the negative choice. So that when I conclude with this topic, then now we will delineate one after the other how we contributed to our problems. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for having patience. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you for liking our program. Thank you for visiting us time to time. Thank you for being part of those that are not creating trouble, that are making peace in our society, in our village, in our town, in our family, in our church, in every area you are. I thank you all. I say it is well with you. Join us anytime you have our notification. Thank you and God bless you.